All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. And this lesson was inspired by this particular lesson right here. You know, it kind of hit home, man. You know, especially, you know, being new to the camp, you know, this hit home, man. You know, it's definitely motivating lesson, you know, very edifying, man. You know, so with that being said, we'll get into the lesson. All right, Salakia for that. Yeah, I'm back. That was a little bit too much, you know, trying to walk the dog and do a video. But yeah, you know, when I said forced to learn, I don't mean by, you know, physically forced to learn. I mean, you know, if you're willing to learn and you're sincere about it, hey, the knowledge is there. So you won't have no other choice but to learn, you know, especially if you want to grow in the faith, you know, especially being a part of the body, man. So, you know, being a part of a camp, specifically GMS, hey, man, you can't help but to level up, you know, because there's so much knowledge going out. You know, you can't help but to soak it up, you know, if you're really sincere about it. So, you know, being a part of the camp is a great thing, man. You know, hey, Lord willing, how about Shimmy Shah keep the spirit upon me to continue, you know. Is it easy? No. You know, but if you want to learn and you understand the mission and you want to accomplish the mission, you're going to do what it takes, you know. Different brothers got, you know, different things going on in their lives. But one thing about it, man, you know, when we come together for this truth, you know, it's all about sacrificing first and foremost, you know, because it's definitely a sacrifice. You know, you're going to have your family, you know, people of the world trying to pull at you, man. But you got to understand that, you know, this truth comes before it all, you know. Truth comes before everything, man, you know. So with that being said, we're just going to grab a couple scriptures, you know, nothing too deep, you know, something that we always bring out anyway. This book of Second Timothy, chapter 2, and it's verse 15. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." Yeah, so, you know, that's what it's all about, man. Studying, growing in the faith, you know, being an active part of the body, man. Being an active, fast twitch muscle, man. What you want to be. You know, you don't want to be a joint with arthritis, you know, holding the body back, man. You want to be a active member, you know, strong, so to speak. So, and this lesson was inspired by, matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link in the description box, but I can't even remember the elder's name, but Lord willing, I can pull it up, you know. Maybe I can add it in at the beginning of the video. But from there, we'll go to the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1. You know, this is just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. And I think it's verse 10. Yeah. It says, "Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall." Salaki. So that's what we doing, man. When we studying, doing videos, going to camp, you know, being sincere in the faith. We are, you know, doing all we can, man, to be diligent, you know, to make our calling and election sure. You know, because, man, me and the brother was talking earlier, man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing if we be able to make it on that ship, man. Make it on that chariot, looking down upon this place, man. That's gonna be a feeling like no other, man. You know, definitely probably gonna be a whole bunch of tears being shed, for sure. But like I said, it was just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Lord willing, it was edifying. And we want to constantly give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Shalom. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Giving double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to the hopefully lake. Shalom to all the brothers out here laboring in this truth with sincerity. Shalom to the few sisters that watch. Just coming back, adding to the video that I made yesterday. I had a lot going on, so the video is gonna be kind of chopped up. So salakia for that. But just going into the lesson, that the elder Monaghan did, about the revolving door. I myself, a couple of other brothers, man, we've known the truth, we've taught, but actually being a part of camp body, is sort of new. And it's a beautiful thing, though, because you have to really continue to grow, man. You have to be a vital part of the body. You want to be a vital part of the body. You want to be a strong muscle, man. You want to be a part of the body that produces. Hey, man. We wanna continue to grow in the faith, man. Because we know what's after this. Lord willing, how about Shemel Shai keep that spirit upon me and the rest of the brothers out there, man. That's sincere about this. That's willing to sacrifice, and willing to accept the challenge of doing the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. Because we know it's all the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai that we even in the position that we in, man. And it's a blessing. Just even looking back, hey, me and the other brother, man, we like, we never thought we'd be a part of GMS, man. The man that we learn from, but we're here, man, and we know it's all the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, and it happened for a reason. So, hey, we don't want to let, the men above us down, starting with Apostle on down. But more importantly, man, we don't want to let Yahweh Shem Shai down for showing us mercy, letting us be diligent to get where we are today, man. Not like we made it, but hey, man, we just want to do the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, and it's all about the spirit, Lord, like I say, Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Shai keep that spirit upon us, man. And we're grateful for this, we're grateful for this, man. So we gotta cherish this truth, man, and understand what it's about, because hard times are coming. You don't want to be playing around. If you were playing around and then persecution came and you still fell into it, man. But we know if you weak in the faith, you probably end up giving up brothers just for your own benefit, man. You might even end up taking a chill. But man, we just want to be an active part of the body, man. We don't want to be dead weight in this truth. And it's all about order, first and foremost, man. You know, it's not about your age. You know, because I got brothers younger than me that's been in the truth, been a part of GMS far longer than I have. But, you know, the knowledge that they have, hey man, you gotta respect it, man. You know, you gotta respect the work that they put in to get to this point, man, because it's not easy. You know, you got people tugging at you, man. You know, the world is tugging at you, man. Satan tugging at you. You know, and to be able to endure, you know, for years, man, is a great thing, man. You know, but it's not over. You know, we still got a ways to go. Lord willing, it's not long, man. But hey, man, you want to talk about laboring, man? Apostle Hart and Apostle Gabar, man, all the apostles, man, labor 40 years, 30 years in the faith, man. Is gotta respect it, you know. So we know if a form of disrespect, you know, come towards the apostles, man, you know, whoever it is, we know they're not right, man. You know, they're not right in the spirit. And we see these people, you know, falling off, you know, like Alazar and, you know, soon probably, you know, Bishop Nate, you know. So not to, you know, get off on them, but, you know, it's all about us, man. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You know, just got to be humble, be diligent, and be grateful that Yahweh Hashem Shai imparted this wisdom and knowledge and understanding upon us, man. You know, so this was just a, you know, kind of a, you know, testimony. You know, like I say, Lord willing, Yahweh Hashem Shai keep the spirit upon me, man, to keep pushing, keep going. So, you know, with that being said, we want to constantly give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Shura Kakodash. Shalom.